Good afternoon, roller derby fans, and welcome to Coastal Chaos 2018. We are back. 2018 Coastal Chaos is a WFTDA-Recognized Tournament brought to you by the Rock Coast Rollers of Rockport, Maine, and New England Roller Derby Report. Our next game is going to be fun. It is a mashup between Just Black in black from Points Unknown and the Arctic Foxes in white from very specific places in the Arctic. I am Gretchen Little. This is beautiful Banshee with me. Banshee,
Hello.
what do we have to look forward to?
Well, Gretchen, this is an all-gender mashup, Just Black versus Arctic Foxes, as you mentioned. We have a veritable smattering of New England roller derby right before us. You'll see a definite presence from Casco Bay Roller Derby on each bench with their friends from near and far.
Casco Bay, of course, a MRDA league, MRDA.
Yes, MRDA.
And they do play all gender. Several skaters who formerly skated for WFTDA New England leagues are now skating for Casco Bay. I do know that much.
Yes. And I do see that our jammers are lining up, and one of those skaters from Casco Bay, 40 in white, that would be Peroxide, facing off against number 3, Boom.
As I recall, at the Battle of the All-Stars, Peroxide played for Team Maine.
You're correct.
We are underway.
Okay, seeing lots of sweeping action to the lines from the blocking staff of both teams, but it is Peroxide leaps and bounds ahead, snagging lead.
Okay, and jamming for Just Black, number 3 is Boom. Boom finally getting through the pack, but Peroxide quickly gets 4 and calls off the jam. So first jam sees the Arctic Foxes ahead.
Yes, drawing first blood. They're dangerous foxes.
Well, this, of course, coming to you from beautiful Rockport, Maine. The sun is expected to shine for at least 15 minutes this afternoon. So it did feel like the Arctic for a little while, but it's heating up now.
That's right, and your jammers keeping it hot. 305, the one, the only, Grim Demise wearing the star for Just Black versus 207. That is a favorite around here. Mini Fridge lead to Grim.
Grim Demise, former skater for Maine Roller Derby and probably another league I'm forgetting about. Been with Casco Bay for, I believe, 3 years now?
Yes, formerly seen at Coastal Chaos with Rock Coast, actually.
That's correct.
Yes.
That's
so,
correct.
Like a brief cameo. There you go.
And Grim gets 3 points, so it's a tight game, 4-3.
It most definitely will be. And just to introduce you to Just Black, we have a 19, Monkey, 212, Head of Flame, 260, LC Elator, 3, Boom, 305, Grim Demise, 31, Raptor, 500, Beth Salt, 503, Tugboat, he's their captain, 51, Bro Buffet, 77, Wipeout, 8475, Count Recula, 876, Dev, 981, Kane.
And we have a penalty on the Arctic Fox jammer, lead jammer and power jammer going to number 77. That is Wipeout.
That makes me happy. I can't help it. That was me squeaking.
That's a 5-point pass for Wipeout, and so Just Black now taking the lead. Hard pack play. The Arctic Fox is trying to speed things up a little bit, but Wipeout, will call off the jam as they fall to the ground.
Ooh. And you can always hear that slap on the concrete in here. It definitely adds another layer of fun to the game. But 13 Just Black for, 12 Just Black for Arctic Foxes. And we are only 3 minutes in.
Yeah, wow. That was a 9-point jam. Peroxide back up for the Arctic Foxes and Kane for Just Black.
I do believe we have a nice empty penalty box at current. Okay, out on the track, looks like we have intern to the pack spreading out into the backstretch. See what we have going on. Hard dash, breaking things up, catching Kane with the hip and the drawback ever so briefly. Mid straightaway, a forearm call on Kane, nodding, acknowledging, and heading off to the penalty box. That means a power jam for Arctic Foxes.
And Arctic Foxes in position now. Peroxide sprung from the penalty box. Oh, nicely done, crossing over, completing the initial pass. Arctic Fox, the pack now essentially mired between turns 3 and 4.
And we're seeing Arctic Foxes starting to pick off individual blockers with an offense attempt. I saw Stylizer on Monkey, able to roll her inward and cleared the way.
Arctic Fox, no lead jammer. 4 more, and we have a lead change.
Kane driven to the outside in turn 1, taken back behind the pivot line.
Star taken off. Peroxide looking for an Arctic Fox pivot, but none to be found. Calling now.
We see the wave of the hat to Hard Dash. Be like, help me. But Hard Dash off to the penalty box. So, sorry, pivot can't help you temporarily. Can't come to the phone. Kane makes way, picks up an additional 5 for Just Black. We'll see the totals. I do believe 15 for Just Black, but got a quick update on that score.
Okay, yeah, this the points piling up fast and furious. It appeared as though the Arctic Foxes had a main line to taking the lead back, but Just Black tightening down on the defensive end.
Indeed. So it was 10-10, 22 for Just Black, 14 Arctic Foxes. Let's see what's going on out there. Looks like that's a mini fridge back at it for Team Arctic Fox.
Yeah, a mini fridge, lead jammer, Grim Demise, hustling from behind for Just Black, and amazing.
Oh, and with a smile, Grim coming around and lapping Mini Fridge. They are teammates, of course. So it's a Casco on Casco jam.
4-4 jam, and Mini Fridge is like, I forgot how fast she is.
Dang it, Grim. But you know what? All in the spirit of fun, both lots of smiles and laughs. We have 1-4-0. That would be Smash, captain of Arctic Foxes, on that jammer line versus 77 Wipeout.
Banshee, I'm going to pass it over to Chad for a couple of seconds. I've got something I've got to take care of.
Oh, not to worry. I am staying right here, and look at that jammer foot race. Neck and neck, forcing the call off a Wipeout, really making Team Arctic Fox work.
Hey, Banshee.
Oh, hey, Chad. How are you?
I'm doing really well.
That's excellent. And, you know, especially to have a really fun game like this mashup in the middle of the day, I welcome it.
Yeah, all our friends are out there.
I know, all of the friends. And speaking of those friends, see who our jammer is for Team Arctic Fox. I believe that is 316 Band-Aid versus 3. Oh, that's Boom. And we may have an official timeout. Just taking a quick pause to verify scoring, of course. And if you're just joining us, this is a black and white mashup of Just Black and Arctic Foxes, an all-gender mashup, just to break up our Saturday here at Coastal Chaos 2018. And a huge thank you, of course, to the Rock Coast Rollers for supporting us and allowing this WFTDA-Recognized Tournament to occur. Again, the official timeout still in progress.
We got a little overzealous on the line there. Got a little too excited about that whistle.
I know, a lot of whistle, and that was Peterson. Peterson, I thoroughly embarrassed him in the venue yesterday because it turns out, I found out right as he was about to skate game 101 as a referee, that he had skated his 100th game earlier in the day, so I may have made a spectacle of him. I normally just do that for myself, but, you know, and he graciously dealt with the attention, but he just kind of likes to stand back and wear those stripes. Okay.
Well, thank you there, Chad, for filling in for a second. Had to take care of an off-track item. On track, what do we got, Banshee?
Well, we've been waiting for Boom and Band-Aid to face off on the jammer
Well,
line.
what the heck are they messing around for?
We had an official timeout.
Okay.
Don't blame the jammers.
Okay, it's not their fault.
No, not their fault. Our officials were making sure scores were verified and, of course, fixing the track. Band-Aid out the gate, but taken out by Funky Punky Monkey, the pivot on black.
Oh, Monkey with a nice exit hit there. Very well timed. Taking that Arctic. Oh, and do we have a lead jammer?
Tugboat with the drawback for Just Black. Lead going to Boom.
And Just Black with the 8-point lead. Boom looking to add on to it. And Monkey with a lot of defense at the rear of the pack.
Monkey's laser focus. She has Band-Aid's number, that is for sure.
Ouch. Yeah. Yeah, once you get it's funny, it happens so often where you see this with the defensive player. Once they lock in on the jammer in a particular jam, they just don't let them go.
Yes.
And
well, I like to call those special blockers or special defenders jammer assassins.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and her laser sights were focused. Yeah, locked and loaded. Next up. Excuse me.
Sorry, much like the laser cats in space on her leggings. I pulled her aside after her game earlier with Bay State. I was like, all right, I need to take a closer look because I could see it from afar and it looks amazing. Unicorns and laser cats, but mini fridge.
Kane jamming for Just Black. Mini fridge for the Arctic Foxes. Oh, lead jammer Kane.
And stylizer for Arctic Foxes to the penalty box.
Mini fridge chasing Kane from behind now. And the Arctic Foxes with an exit hit by peroxide. A 2-point pass.
But Kane out with a smile, as he calls it.
Is a 3-point pass. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure a lot of these players are just happy to come out and spend a Saturday afternoon doing what they love to do, playing roller derby.
Of course. I actually was chatting with Bro Buffett earlier as he was putting on his war paint for the game. And he was particularly excited because this is home for him.
Sure.
And it was nice that he could have some family and friends come watch the game.
Oh, yeah. We have a timeout now being called by the Arctic Foxes. And that gives us an opportunity to talk a little bit about what's coming up this WFTDA tournament season.
That's right. We have the 2018 International WFTDA playoffs coming up in August 31st through September 2nd in A Coruña, Spain, hosted by Os Brigantes Roller Derby, and September 21st to 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia, hosted by Atlanta Roller Girls. Now, November, that is the event, if you were going to pick one.
Where is this taking place? Where is this event?
Oh,
You're talking champs, right?
This is champs, the 2018 International WFTDA Championship, November 9th through 11th in New Orleans, Louisiana.
The Crescent City.
Yes, hosted.
Jazz.
Jazz.
Po' Boys.
Oh, Po' Boys, yes.
Yeah, roller derby.
Yes. And
okay.
It's home of king cake as well, but just the wrong time of year for it.
Yeah, you could probably find one somewhere.
Yes. And
red beans and rice.
Oh, delicious.
Oh.
It just sounds like all the fun.
I'll be there. I'll tell you that right now.
And hosted by Big Easy Roller Girls. So
all right.
We hope to see you there, and make sure that you follow WFTDA.com/tournaments in order to get your tickets, or WFTDA.com/champs.
All right, we're back to the action. Grimm is jamming for Black for the Arctic Foxes. We've got number 140. That is Smash. And Grimm getting out. Grimm, one of the fastest skaters you will see.
Mm-hmm.
And Dodgy as well. Getting stood up, but in turn one, but able to escape. That's a 5-point pass.
And we did see the pivot from Arctic Foxes off to the penalty box.
Oh, Grimm going up. It's just she took that apex jump in stride.
just amazing in her edge usage, and the twitch muscles. She knows how to utilize everything to her advantage.
Yeah, it's, as I said, early on when the roller derby renaissance was taking place, I said, some of these people look like they were born with wheels on their feet. Grimm's one of those people.
Oh, yes. Yep. Oh, and hard dash back on the track. That is Arctic Fox's pivot.
Receiving the star pass. That will prompt the call off as Dash was within a hair's breadth of the engagement zone, almost ready to score.
A huge jam for Grimm, 18 points, taking Just Black to 51 over Arctic Fox's 18.
Yeah, maybe at halftime they'll switch a couple of jerseys.
One never knows. Something to keep us on our toes here
That's
at the New England Roller Derby Report.
I don't think we need to do that yet, though.
No.
I've got a feeling Just Black has got something up their sleeves. This is Wipeout with the star for Just Black.
And his opposition is Rock This, taking lead for Team Arctic Fox.
Rock This, Arctic Fox now. That's exactly what they want. They want a lead. They want a 5-point pass, and they've got it.
And it's on the power jam, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sitting down for Just Black is Wipeout. Nice pass from turn 2 into the straightaway. 5 more for the Foxes.
Rockfist just crashing right up the outside line, leaving a line of blockers in his wake.
And calling off the jam, freezing Wipeout in the penalty box. A 15-0 outburst for the Arctic Foxes.
Setting up, we have Peroxide wearing the star for Team Arctic Fox.
That's right, and it's 4-on-4 in the pack, but again, jammer for Just Black standing up in the penalty box. They will be released, but Peroxide with the opportunity to pick up lead. Okay, Wipeout released. Peroxide pushing the front of the pack. We have a lead jammer. It is Peroxide.
And the pack was extended all the way from turn 1 into the backstretch, moving things along now. Hard dash coming to break things up for Peroxide. Instead, Peroxide takes the quick whip
and calls off the jam in the middle of the pack and gets 3 points, I believe. We have an official review being requested by Just Black.
And in case you didn't know who was coaching Just Black, it's in bright pink neon. On his back, that would be PJ.
Okay.
Also known as Shazam Pajama. Just went,
well,
wow, that pink is bright.
Which is really cool because this is essentially it's like New England roller derby. What do you want to say? All-Stars.
All-Stars,
yeah,
yes.
It really kind of is. Of course, some of the skaters aren't able to participate because they are also still in the competition round of Coastal Chaos 2018.
Right, and we have representation, though. Right now on the track, I see some Mean Mountain out there because Stylizer is taking the star for the first time. In addition to Mass Maelstrom, I see Elsie and Recula there, and Bay State Brawlers, Monkey.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of a mix, and it's nice. And I know, obviously, there's some Maine Roller Derby, or from Rock Coast, and even officials. So people pulling double duty, so it's really nice for a change.
So you had a Flame out there, a former Rock Coast roller, now skating for Maine Roller Derby.
Ah, very exciting.
Doing double duty this weekend, however, as bench staff for the Rock Coast Rollers. They will be coming up next, taking on Rockin' City in a championship level bout.
Ooh.
That'll be quite exciting.
It most definitely is. I'm excited because I will be sticking around on the stream call and bringing that to you at home. So very excited for that. I cannot wait to see who emerges.
Yeah. It's Rock Coast with that 1 point squeaker of a win last night over Bay State. What a game. What a game. That one had a little bit of everything.
Seriously, probably one of the most intense games that I have called in a long time.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and you know
exciting.
it's tough that somebody had to lose a game like that, and it went. You know, it was it went down to the final official review after the final whistle, and the issue on the official review was whether 1 point had been properly assessed, and the officiating staff determined that it had been. However, had it gone the other way, we would have had an overtime.
Right. And you know how we love that because the overtime jam is a unicorn. We don't get it very often.
That's right. I think I've only called 2 in my announcing career of over 10 years. So, yeah. All right. We will have more information on the disposition of that official review. What I can tell you for sure is that the Arctic Foxes are sending Stylizer to the jam line.
That's right. And Stylizer's opposition is number 981, Kane.
Kane dropped, but quickly back up. Stylizer room on the inside. Arctic Foxes with a couple of lead jams in a row now, making a comeback. Kane completing the initial pass.
Pack keeping it slow in turn 2 as Stylizer collides with his opposition and
that
calls
was
it off.
monkey. No style points for Stylizer on that one, but he did get 3 real points. So I guess that's good enough.
Yeah. Points for Stylizer. And so it all perhaps the same. Who knows?
Yeah. It's a what do we got? 13-point game now with Arctic Foxes on 38 and Just Black on 51. We're back to the action, and boy, the switch that you love to be able to flip is Grim Demise, and Just Black flips that switch, and here comes Grim. She is lead.
And Just Black with the drawback on Mini Fridge, holding him back into turn 1. Still has not broken the pack. Meanwhile, Grim adds the 5.
Grim, one of those players who seems to have their own interpretation of gravity.
And joy.
Oh.
All right, right there. I don't know if there is a replay on that, but Grim's apex hop in turn 3. And pure joy when she landed it with her hands in the air, like, yes, I did it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to call this jam because she's having too much fun.
Exactly.
She calls off finally now, and that is a 14-4 jam in favor of Just Black. Yeah, coming across into turn 4, that second to final scoring jam for Grim Demise. I think she surprised herself that line was so open.
Yeah.
Okay, jamming next for the Arctic Foxes. Hard Dash. Hard Dash likes that long run up. She always will. We saw that at the Battle of the All-Stars in Hatfield earlier this year. And do we have a lead jammer awarded?
We do. It's Boom.
Yeah.
For Just Black.
Hard Dash chasing, though. Completes the initial, and Boom has got, he's got to hurry up because Hard Dash is coming in hot.
Oh, and with a quick spin move to the outside. Boom takes the 2 points.
Yeah.
Oh, no, make it 3. I missed that third one.
Well, there are 2 foxes in the box. We got foxes and boxes.
And all of a sudden became a Dr. Seuss themed game. Good catch, Gretchen.
When you got foxes and boxes, you got NOTT points.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
At 140, that would be Smash Captain. Oh, going for a soul crush perhaps?
Oh, going
or forcing a cut.
Way back.
Smash for Arctic
Fox. That was a pretty heady play there. It's a power jam for the Arctic Foxes. It's a 25-point game. Or is it? Yeah, it's a 20. Okay, we have lead jammer, Arctic Fox.
Yes, Smash.
Smash. Okay, Just Black setting up a defensive wall, and Mini Fridge getting in there, trying to cause some ruckus. Quick call off, no points.
No. An anticlimactic jam, though very exciting at the start.
Yeah, well, maybe the Foxes want to capitalize on peroxide as Wipeout still in the penalty box for Just Black. Setting the table now, the Arctic Foxes have a four-corner offensive formation that they want to set up.
Oh, and Peroxide takes the tumble, but able to emerge from the pack with lead. Wipeout returns to the track right before the pivot line. Hopping, skipping, and jumping to get out. Doesn't take him long. But Peroxide on the scoring pass goes for the apex jump. Not able to perfect it, but does pick up 5 points. Quick call off. Right as Wipeout decides to pull a Tasmanian devil-like spin move into the middle of the tripod.
I thought maybe there was a tornado coming into the Midcoast Recreation Center hockey rink as upended was Wipeout. But, just doing what he's doing, trying to get some points. 20-point game now. We have Mini Fridge on the line. And did Wipeout get sent back to the box? It appears that he did.
It appears to be so.
Yeah, it could have been a number of things. Could have been a low block. Could have been a leg block. It could have been a late hit even. But
Mini Fridge sent to the outside in turn 2. Has to get cycled back.
All right. What do we have? He is lead.
He is
lead. It appeared that there was some question as to whether it would have been an improper pass. And no question he had escaped the pack.
Wipeout has been released once again, returning into the track legally, hopping around Band-Aid.
And he is through. Okay, so scoring pass now for Mini Fridge. Going to call off the jam. And Wipeout getting into the pack again. He's got to watch that.
Yeah, especially right at the whistle. You have to be careful for late hits.
Yeah, 4-point pass for the Arctic Foxes. The Foxes have claws, right?
That's true. They are aggressive beasts.
They're clawing back into this one. It's 16-point the difference. 67 for Just Black, 51 for the Foxes.
And 140 smash, taking the jammer line once again for Arctic Foxes, up against Kane for Just Black.
All right. Well defended on the inside by Scarlett Almaskew.
Kane still fighting in the back.
Ooh, cutting the track, called on the Fox jammer. So
Smash was not so lucky this time. He pulled the cut last time on Just Black, right off the jammer line, but this time did not have so much luck. That is Kane still being cycled back in that back stretch.
Stylizer anchoring the defense and really working over Kane. Kane spinning, and here comes the Arctic Fox defense again. They got to let him go, and he's not lead either, so we've got a 2-minute jam, a minute and 8 seconds left on the jam clock.
Arctic Foxes were not pleased with the fact they couldn't pull the penalty kill.
Well, I tell you what, though, they came pretty close to killing the penalty. A back block now called on the Arctic Fox jammer, and this is not what the Foxes wanted, for this jam at least. Now they've got to get serious about killing the penalty. Stylizer doing a very nice job on that inside line.
And Kane still pushing it out against Arctic Fox's pivot, able to get by with 5 points. Very pleased. We can see that ear-to-ear grin, a total of 10 points thus far.
Yeah, Kane, a rangy physique and covers a lot of ground. Doesn't look like he's moving that quickly, but he is.
Oh, and looks like we had Stylizer taking out Kane right in turn 3.
Now, is this a scoring pass for the Foxes? It is.
Yes, just one.
Just one. Okay, the thumb being held up by
a thumb to the side, not it up.
yeah. Well, that's very noticeable, so that's good. That's a good signal.
I appreciate that.
You bet. Okay, Peroxide ready to jam again for the Foxes. Just Black now extending the lead to 29. They have 80. Foxes with 51.
Just Black has fielded Doom. I'm sorry, not Doom. Boom as their jammer.
Boy, all of a sudden the defense is locking down. Jammers are in jeopardy. And we have a lead for the Foxes. Very well done. This is Peroxide.
We have Recula working at the top of the pack.
Oh, and Friendly Fire takes him down. And one to beat Peroxide.
Despite the efforts of Beth Saltz.
Beth Saltz doing all she could, but Peroxide's got 5. Hard Dash holding the fort down at the front of the pack for the Foxes.
We have Head of Flame and Tugboat working the drawback on Peroxide back behind the jammer line.
Yeah, Peroxide in control of this jam for the time being. No reason to pull the plug as Just Black still not able to spring their jammer.
And Just Black taking Peroxide to the lines and driving her back once again behind the jammer line, forcing the call off. Very smart play by Just Black.
Yeah, good jam by Peroxide. 9 points. Now it's a 20-point game. We got 6 minutes and some change left. 6:07 here in this first period. Again, this game and exposition game coming up next. We're going to have a championship round game between the host Rock Coast Rollers and the Rockin' City Rollers. Greatest hits from Round Rock, Texas.
I love that team name, Greatest Hits. That's really quite clever.
It is.
Yes. And no one else is clever. The jammer's on the track. 1941. Rusky being drawn back for the Arctic Foxes. His opposition, that would be 77 Wipeout, who picks up lead about 20 seconds in.
Wipeout approaching the pack now. This is a scoring pass. Wipeout taken down with a shoulder from the pivot for the Foxes. That's Rock. And Rock needed that one. Well done. Well done. That'll hold the Just Black team to 3 points. 3 points. Well defended.
Most definitely. And Gretchen, I know we talked about the 2018 International WFTDA Playoffs and Championships.
You mean there's more?
Oh, yes, there's more. There's always more. But the WFTDA has extended the services to WFTDA member leagues that are ranked below the annual determination for WFTDA playoffs through the WFTDA Continental Cups. Basically, they will be hosted and run by member leagues with support from the WFTDA and set up with a format that best fits ranking needs for each region.
It's going to be very interesting.
It really will be. We're going to see North American in the East, North American West, and European dates, but I'll get those to you later.
Yeah, I mean, and this will it's supplant, I think is a proper word, the former D2 playoff program and championship D2 program. And it really does make a lot of sense because it makes it more regional, but it crowns actually more winners too and allows more leagues to potentially participate.
Yes, and that can showcase the talent across the broader base, especially since the WFTDA has grown now to over 400 member leagues. It's just matching the needs of the organization. So really great to see, and I look forward to those playoffs.
It's gonna be
Continental Cups
a lot of fun. Sure,
yeah.
Sure. And well, you were over in Europe recently. I have had the chance to see streaming coverage. I haven't had the chance to experience it in person, but I understand that the European roller derby scene is just so much fun to be a part of.
Oh, most definitely. And I learned that sometimes there are Derby Sevens games played, which are so completely different from what we're seeing before us, which is Grim Demise facing off against Mini Fridge once again.
Grim
with the lead.
It's all you can say. Her name with an exclamation of amazement as she stops on a dime. and now continues her second scoring pass. Look at that little juke on the inside. 4 more for Grim Demise.
Blink and you'd miss her. That's for sure.
Wow. Yeah, electrifying skating style.
Driven back by number 34, Scarlett Almaski.
Yeah, Mini Fridge just has had a very misfortunate experience here. He's now being sent off the track on a cut call, but almost every time he's had the star on his hand, so has Grim Demise, and that's got to be somewhat demoralizing. All right, another 4 points for Grim.
Static Pack at the pivot line awaits Grim's arrival. Stylizer going for the hit and forcing the call off.
Okay.
Total of 12 points for Just Black, taking them to 95 over the Arctic Fox's 60. Just about 3 minutes remaining in the half. That has flown by as we head into Jam 22.
Sure has. Yeah, and, but for Grim Demise's jams, this is a pretty even game right now. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. But as we get going, this is Kane establishing lead jam on the power jam. And now here comes Mini Fridge. Takes off the helmet cover.
Ooh, and Recula going for the hit, but sliding out, not able to hold back Mini Fridge.
Nicely defended there by Folsom. That'll slow down Kane. Kane will try to squeeze a couple more, and that's what he got, a couple more. 1 for Mini Fridge coming out of the penalty box, so it's a 3-1. 3-1 jam in favor of Just Black.
Wipeout setting up for Just Black.
Oh, and I think that the Arctic Foxes are requesting an official review, Banshee.
Oh, yes, they are. So we'll wait for the results of that review. We'd like to thank our VIP scoreboard sponsor, All Kind Caregivers. They make dosing easy with their accurately dosed chocolate bars. Brought to you by the All Kind Rolling Team. Medicaid, Elevate, Motivate. They are safe, easy, and discreet. All Kind.
Okay, from Portland, Maine. All Kind. Thank you for supporting Coastal Chaos 2018.
We'd also like to thank the VIP Tires and Service Center. You'll get the lowest price on tires every day, backed by a 200% money-back guarantee. When you need tires, turn to VIP.
All right. Lots of great sponsors here this weekend. Lots of fans in the stands. Our second Expo game this afternoon is going to feature 2 juniors teams. Junior Roller Derby, of course, the up-and-coming stars of the future. And if you haven't seen Junior Derby yet, I suggest you tune in to New England Roller Derby Report for the upcoming 5:30 Expo, I believe, featuring a team from Canada, Fredericton,
yes.
And New Hampshire Junior Roller Derby.
New Hampshire Junior Derby. I'm very excited to see them play. It is hard dash number 22 for the Arctic Foxes, wearing the star up against 77 Wipeout on Just Black.
And Wipeout is lead. Hard dash finding room on the inside of turn 2 through the pack on the initial. Foxes speeding up the pack. And a quick call off. This will be a hit and quit 4 points. And we're getting down to the 1 minute 20-second mark on this first period. And Fox is still on 61, Just Black over 100.
Heading into Jam 24. That's Smash back at it with the star for Arctic Foxes versus Rock This on, I apologize, not Rock This. Boom on Just Black.
We'll let you go this time, Banshee.
Thanks, Gretchen. You know what I need? I need some rocket fuel.
There you go.
Rocket fuel to get me amped. All the Derby has me amped, but then when you kind of take a minute. If you take a game off, you're like, oh, wait a sec, this is
Yeah,
weird.
it's funny that way. You, as an announcer, you can call games after game after game and stay up.
Yeah.
If you sit one out, you kind of get a little tired.
Yes. So working through that, but that's okay. Rocket Fuel to the rescue.
Okie dokie. We also have, that's the Coffee Milk sponsor of Coastal Chaos 2018. And making a move into halftime, the Arctic Foxes get a 5-point scoring pass. Looking for more occasion of potentially calling it off from his back.
Feet up in the air, no
Feet
less.
up in the air. That was stylish.
Yeah.
That was stylish. I like that. That was smash. That will do it for period number 1. Arctic Foxes 66 and Just Black 102. Thanks for watching Coastal Chaos 2018, a WFTDA recognized tournament brought to you by the Rock Coast Rollers of Rockport, Maine, and New England Roller Derby Report. We'll be back with period 2 in 14 minutes.